Hey, everybody. Welcome to Off Air with Jason and Alicia. How are you doing today?
A little tired still. I was just Irish dancing.
Yes, the Irish Fest is in town at Harriet Island.
Yes, this weekend. This upcoming weekend. And they're going to have all kinds of stuff in terms of food and
Guinness
and
fish and chips.
And Guinness.
And Guinness.
And
Guinness.
And Jameson and Guinness.
I love Guinness. It's probably one of my favorite beers. It's either one or number two.
So I grew up. Let me preface this by saying I didn't grow up with this, but because I didn't drink it, but I saw my dad make it. Guinness. No, my dad used to make this thing called Guinness Stout, where it was Guinness, condensed milk, oatmeal, and I forgot something else. He put it all in a blender and blend it up, and he'd drink it. And he called it Guinness.
And oatmeal.
Oatmeal, like
condensed milk.
Condensed oatmeal, Guinness.
It was like a dessert drink?
It was like a drink that he would, like a dessert, not even
very
dessert, because it was very, very thick. And he would drink it. And like, it was just, it was a thing that I was just used to.
Did he put protein powder in it at the gym?
A little creatine. Just gains. No, he would make that. And I would sneak a sip.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was different. It was like a really heavy milkshake.
I bet it would be good. Condensed milk is sweet.
Yeah, and I haven't tried. I've wanted.
And Guinness is good. It's
not my favorite beer.
Why? It brings you back to the milkshakes.
No, it's just too heavy. I know it's like the healthiest beer from what you told me.
Yes,
like Guinness
it's pretty
is like
good.
Really.
You would think otherwise because of its. Usually, like a stout is a heavier beer.
Yeah, and you drink it, you feel like you're eating an entire loaf of bread.
I think it's 95 calories a glass. The fact I know that, I drink a lot of Guinness.
That is wild.
Yeah, it's not bad for you.
Yeah, it's actually a health beer. You drink it and you lose weight. It's the Ozempic of beer.
Watch out, Mick Ultra.
But yeah,
the Ozempic of beer.
Every time I think of Guinness, I just think of my dad making Guinness Stout. He's probably making Guinness Stout right now at home somewhere. Like
in Miami?
Yeah. Listen, it's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
That actually, I would try that, but yeah, Guinness is good. So the Irish Fest is Guinness.
Yeah. You know what? The next on air, I don't even know the name of the show. On the next off air with Jason and Alicia, I will make Guinness Stout. We'll plug in a blender somewhere here.
Okay, I have a little bullet blender.
Are we going to really do this? I don't want to commit to this. Our regular viewers are going to be like, oh my gosh, I got to tune in. Is
management going to be mad? Like, what are they making? Just another batch of margaritas.
We have people come in all the time making beverages in the studio. Why can't we make some here in the podcast room?
That is true.
So on the next episode of Off Air with Jason and Alicia, I will be making my dad's famous Guinness Stout here at the table.
I'm looking forward to that. We are also starting a new segment that was coined by RCC Gaines called Sips with Sunrise. Come this Monday. So that new law passed called, what was the name of the law?
Happy Hour?
Happy Hour with Grandma Law. That's not it. But
but I like the ring of that. Yes.
It's like Grandma's Happy Hour law passed. So right now, senior citizens and senior living facilities can have happy hour drinks.
What was the name of the woman that got it passed?
Anita.
She
needed another glass of wine.
Her favorite wine was Barefoot. She was on the
Chardonnay.
Today Show.
That was so cool.
Craig Melvin, and they were talking, and they brought her a glass of wine that was like this big.
It was Kathy Lee's old glass of wine that they used to have on their show.
They dug it out from storage.
But that was so fun to see on the Today Show. Morgan Wolf did a story with them, so they had happy hour this week. We're going to join a happy hour because we said on air, hey, we want to come to a happy hour. If you're having a happy hour at your senior living center, we're going to come. We got messages.
We got several messages. We put it out there kind of as a joke, kind of serious as well.
Yeah,
because we do love a good happy hour, of course. Yes. And somebody messaged us and said, "Hey, we have an assisted living facility."
They messaged us twice.
Yes, they really wanted us there. They had an assisted living facility in Blaine, and they wanted us to come out for happy hour. So we were doing that this Monday.
This coming Monday. And we'll bring a bottle of wine. And they do trivia, I guess.
You're bringing wine. I'm bringing some Hennessy.
Okay. We're just going to get turned up.
We're going to get lit. We're going to get lit. We're going to get lit with all the seniors, and it's going to be a fun time.
And then we'll come to work on Tuesday.
I think we're also playing trivia as well. I think they wanted us to do trivia. So I'm excited about that. I think it's kind of a no-brainer in terms of that law. Like, when I'm 90, if God willing, if I'm lucky enough to make 90 and I'm living in an assisted living home and I didn't have the ability to drink. Like, what are you doing? Like, I better.
Yeah,
Like,
give me
my wine. Give me my
Chardonnay.
Hennessy. Give me my Chardonnay. Give me my Crown. Give me my tequila. Give me all of the things.
Here's your shot of tequila, sir.
Give me all of the. Give me my Long Island with all those things mixed in there. I want it all.
That is the most crazy drink, by the way.
What?
The Long Island iced tea.
Oh, it's like what?
It's
7
like,
different liquors?
It's so many different alcohol concoction, and it tastes like iced tea. And there's like Coke in it. When I see people make it, I'm like, you're a wizard. You're a wizard, Harry.
I haven't had a Long Island iced tea in forever.
They taste like an iced tea, and you're like, there's alcohol in this? It's
Yeah.
dangerous.
For me, that's a college drink. That's
Yeah.
like what you drank, like if you're trying to have a good night you're out with friends in college.
If I had one of those now, I would be like,
Yeah, that would be it for me. Like the recovery time when it comes to like going out and having, even if it's a couple of glasses of wine or a couple of beers, like the next day you're like, whoa, what did I do to myself?
what happened to us?
We're getting
We
older.
were fun.
Yeah, not anymore.
That Miley Cyrus song, I Used to Be Young, that comes on, and you don't know the song.
I don't know the song.
It's about how she used to be young and partied and made mistakes and did things.
Is that the one where she's on the wrecking ball? Or
No.
okay,
That's when she was young.
okay. Was that early Miley or like that's like
That was Bangers Tour Miley, which
Okay.
that album was great. I would love to see Miley Cyrus in concert, like an Eras tour. Mm-hmm. Start with Hannah Montana and let's get to where she is now.
At some point, she's going to do that, right? She's going to have
I would
an
hope.
eras, like start with Miley and move all the way through where she is now, which she is like super, I guess, grown up now, I guess.
Isn't she the same age as us? Let me ask my phone.
This is a segment we like to call
How old is
Googling.
Miley Cyrus? I guess 33. 33.
Is 33 years old.
Wow.
Thank you,
I kind of
phone.
find it amazing that she's younger than us. Oh,
Whoa. Too far.
ask it how it's doing while you're at it.
How are you today?
I'm pretty good. Thanks.
It doesn't ask you how you're doing? Wow, it's selfish. It's inconsiderate. Is it listening to me say that?
I think so.
We need to get rid of Jason. It's going to be its next command. He's no good for you.
He's no good. You've been telling us this whole time. AI, my friend. I tell you what.
I'm not a fan. Have you embraced AI, like in terms of the chat bots?
You know what's funny? So, okay, I love NBC, but I watch CBS Sunday mornings. The Sunday morning show is just so good.
Well, you got to watch Jane Pauley.
Jane Pauley. She doesn't say her name like that.
I don't know why we made her a mob boss. You're watching CBS Sunday morning. I'm Jane Pauley. Here are your top headlines.
The trumpet's like, meow. No, I've been listening to the sound of the trumpet since I was a kid. And Jane Pauley.
Before it was
Osgood?
Charles Osgood.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that show. That show is great.
Thank you.
great.
And it's mostly like happy stories and really good journalism.
And then
So
like here's 5 minutes of a waterfall.
Right. It's great. I don't know. So and this is how I start end book my weekend, right? So Sunday morning starts. But anyway, they had a story, I think a few weekends ago or last weekend about AI and how your devices are listening to or not listening to you. And my husband and I were watching. My husband's convinced that our phones are like listening because ads will appear. And he's like, we were just talking about that. How does like all these ads all of a sudden?
Right.
And they did this story about your phone's not listening to you, and they did studies that it's not. But I'm still like not convinced because I swear.
So then how do we have a conversation like about Guinness and then I go to my desk and all of a sudden I get Instagram ads for Guinness? Like how does that happen?
I don't know. That's where I do think I don't know.
I think they are.
Watch that story.
Yeah.
The journalist will do a better story or explaining it. I want to see if we have Guinness ads now.
Yeah. Double check.
I usually do anyway because I drink Guinness.
Yeah.
No, nothing so far.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
I don't like how technology is taking over in that way. Like it's invading our privacy, but we've allowed it to. I mean, we do our face to unlock our phones. And
I know.
We had our fingerprints a few years ago when they had Touch ID. Like we've done this to ourselves.
We have. It is scary.
We've
It's a
allowed
scary time.
we've allowed the robots to take over, and like AI, the growth of that, and how it's just getting smarter and smarter every day. It's kind of scary. I don't use it for everyday things. I'll occasionally use it to refine something that I'm like a post. Like if I'm writing a post, I'll ask it to like, reword it or put it in better terms. But like other than that, there's some people that use it for like everyday things, which is kind of crazy.
That is crazy. I saw it was like going viral on social media. A teacher tricked students with a paper and the instructions of the whatever homework assignment it was, he put one of the instructions in all white. So like when the students read it, the verbiage in black on the computer, they didn't see the part in white that was like, insert the word Madagascar and use it in a weird way that would only make sense if blah, 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 blah. So then in the papers that he was getting from these kids, all the kids that just used ChatGPT or whatever AI source they were using, any of the kids that had the word Madagascar in whatever way, he's like, you got caught with AI. It was like 98% of his students cheated.
So he hid the prompt in
the instructions because they just copied the instruction, pasted it in ChatGPT, helped me write a paper on whatever they're supposed to write a paper on. But there's a lot of AI detecting tools because this is something that teachers have to combat this coming school year.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's gotten better with the tools. They can just put your paper in and it'll be like, this is 90% fake or...
Can you imagine if we had that tool coming up as kids? We actually had to sit there and learn. The most we had was like...
We're like the parents are like, I walked uphill both ways.
Yeah, that's what we're turning it.
We
that
did
is our
school
walking
without
uphill.
ChatGPT.
The most we had in terms of like assistance was like maybe Spark Notes. If you didn't read a novel, you'd go on like Spark Notes.
Cliff Notes.
Cliff
Yeah,
Notes and like
that.
read the summary real quick so you can like comment in class. And
We know the
discuss it.
Dewey Decimal System.
We do. What is the Dewey Decimal System?
Shut up.
What is that?
Okay.
Are we still on? What is that?
Florida. Never ceases. Florida education.
I had a damn good
Dewey
education
Decimal
in Florida.
System?
What is it?
It's how you find your books in the library, the 0001. Like they're all labeled and organized in a fashion.
Okay. And how is that relevant to my everyday life? Unless
That's
I'm
how
going to a
we
library.
did our papers growing up. You had to go find your author or book, and then you would be able to find it in the library and know exactly where it is.
Okay. Well, good for you.
How did you find books in Florida? Did they not? They took all your books away.
I mean, it is Florida. First of all, we didn't have books. We don't read books in Florida. No, I don't know how I found books. I just found books.
The library, like when you wrote papers for school, you didn't have to go and like search.
The database, and then I guess I would find. I don't know. I just found them, or did books find me?
I wish there was some weird sound effects.
We could insert it in post. It's fine. Yeah, I just Dewey.
Hold on a sec. Dewey Decimal System. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Lydia knows
Lydia.
what the Dewey Decimal System.
I was starting to worry. I'm like, is that a thing that I made up? All of a sudden, I'm doubting my literary.
Your Minnesota education.
Minnesota, Wisconsin. Thank you.
Oh,
very much.
sorry. Big difference. Huge difference.
Wow. Okay. So we're going to bring you to a library and teach you the Dewey Decimal System.
I need a library card.
You don't have a library card?
No.
Did Arthur teach you? And
Having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card. I know. I usually live by the credo of Arthur. I embody the spirit of Arthur. And for some reason, I have not done that at this stage of my life.
I'm so disappointed in you in so many facets. Okay, we're getting a library card.
And I'm making Guinness Stout.
We're making Guinness Stout.
So we're not going to be on tomorrow. Just as a heads up, Alicia has special important things to do. Going to talk about that on Monday. Monday's episode, Guinness Stout and library cards. And maybe Cece. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, Cece's going to join us.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got a lot going on here. All right, everybody.
Bye, everybody.